Welcome, guys, to the early morning stream. What is going on? It's 10 a.m. where I'm at, so I know it's like 8 a.m. in California. Let's go ahead and get this titled Morning Stream? Morning Stream? I wonder who shows up to this. Huh, what the heck are these hours? 100 start deck Pokemon, new tag slabs, live card shop. Yeah, what are these crazy hours, man? Shocked, I say, says Mr. Mike's side. Tammy goes, huh? We are. All right, so I went to bed last night instead of streaming and had glorious sleep. You know, there's something very stressful about getting chronic bad sleep. You start to feel like, okay, you also start to feel sort of like, uh-oh, I'm going to have a health problem from this eventually. Like, there's something to pay for having such bad sleep. So, a decision, kind of a difficult decision, to just go to bed. I was really tired, and I slept. I think I fell asleep at like 11, and I woke up at like 6:45. So I got like a whole night's rest. How crazy is that? Shocking, I know. A whole night's rest. It was directly in the time I would have been live for the nighttime stream. So we're trying out this morning stream just because we probably lost a lot of sales not hosting at night. And we'll just see how it goes. Maybe we'll get a couple orders, maybe not. But it's officially Tuesday, isn't it? Yes, it's Tuesday, isn't it? So this is Tuesday morning, and we're going to get those stream hours in. Maybe like a 2-hour stream at least. What do you think? See, 2 hours is 12. And then I think I'm going to go live again at 4 p.m.-ish. Have the daytime stream be something like, let's say 4. So it'd be 5, 6, and 7. That's like a 3-hour stream if we run it till 7. So we'll see about that. We'll see how that goes. All right. I get to see the sun. It's incredible. Look at this, guys. Look at this. It's not very bright outside. A lot of you guys didn't know this, maybe, but in the wintertime, I get zero sunlight. None whatsoever. Not even a speck of sunlight. That has been going on for 7 years. Some of you guys didn't know that about me. I get zero sunlight in the winter. It's pure darkness for like 6 months for me. Because the way it works, daylight savings or whatever it's called kicks in. And by the time so I wake up at 3 or 4 p.m., right? Because I sleep in the daytime because of the overnight stream. Well, I sleep in the daytime, then we start the daytime stream. And by the time that's over, it's pitch black outside. And so ever since the invention of the daytime stream, I've been living in pitch darkness, blackness the whole time. Very dark. All right. And so I guess today, because I woke up in the daytime and we're doing this, after this stream, I could just go outside in the sun if I wanted. Not very sunny today, but if it was sunny, I could get sunlight. All right, let's see. Never missed a day. I think now the vlogs are over. What? Let's go ahead and post this. What is this 100 thing? Well, I'm glad you asked, Mr. CSman. Think of it like a pricey booster pack, and it could have a chase card in it. You're looking for 2 decks, deck number 1 and deck number 101. And if you happen to pull those, there's some humongous pulls in them. So they're meant to be like a pre-designed starter deck for you to play the game with. But they include a chance for a massive hit. But many of them will not have a massive hit. Squid Pokemon warns that they're weighable. So yes, you might want to be very careful buying these off of eBay. Somebody's probably buying cases of them, weighing them out, and then selling loose boxes on eBay, knowing that they can keep the heavy boxes. Now, we don't do that. That's what's so nice about buying from TheCardconomist. It's a nice thing, right? All right, so we have the website pinned. I don't think these are up on the website yet. If you want to buy them from the website, use the custom payment option. Okay, we opened a couple of these yesterday. They can be pretty tough, okay? That's how they are. They can be pretty tough. And then let's see how this is going over here. Let me just see this. So also what this means is they're going to be quite a bit cheaper maybe on a place like eBay. Of course, you often have to pay an import fee if you're getting them from Japan, right? And you know, taxes is already baked into my price. Keep that in mind as well. And we pull our product strictly from cases, okay? This is straight from the case. It's good stuff. All right. We got a little Christmas Nintendo music playing. Let's see. Am I the only one that I know? Let's see. Crazy. So I'm selling these. That's so interesting because my competitors are not. Usually it's not like that. Usually my competitors have the product first. So let's delete this. Got a bunch of emails. I was listing some items on eBay before we went live. I had a bunch of work I did before we went live. Originally, I wanted to go live at like 9 a.m., but we're going live at 10 a.m. because I had so many things I got done. But yeah, I got a lot of work done. That felt good too, by the way. Here it is. What is payout incoming? Oh, one of my items sold and I didn't even see it. That's so crazy. So on eBay, I sold a Trafalgar Law alternative art for $170. Wow, that's so cool. So in other words, that product sat up here. Wait, what's this? Oh, this all sold last night while I was sleeping. Look, I can see it right here. It sold while I was sleeping. Listing sold. Kabutops Prism. Sold for... You gotta be kidding. That sold for a ton, dude. Wow. All right, hold up. I gotta show you guys this. Hold up. I got some interesting news. Some items sold while I was sleeping. I didn't notice it till now. I'm checking my emails now. Let's jump over here real fast to sold. Holy. All right, check this out. This one right here, Kabutops. I listed him kind of high. I didn't think he would sell. I was just kind of showing him off. But he actually sold for $3,000, Kabutops. He just must not be available very often. Say, was he a high cert as well? He might have been a high cert. 9. So I probably graded this one myself. And we just got $3,000 sale on it with a payout of $2,700. That's not bad. Wow. And then this Beedrill sold too. You know how many times this Beedrill had been up on the table? And I probably priced him for like $400 on the table. So I probably priced him on the table like $200, $300, $400 for you guys several times. And there he is, sold on eBay. So I think sometimes you guys don't believe the prices on some of these unique items because you believe no one's collecting them. But you're wrong. People are totally collecting them. And then here's a Trafalgar Law. You guys should recognize this one too. This was for sale on the table. I don't remember what it was for, but this one just sold out as well. So this one just sold. And so there we go. I got a little payout coming. Look at this. If I priced this on the table, no one would have bought this either. So this is a nice Bell Awesome poker card, just a poker card. And it sold for $150. It was just Blossom. So you guys probably wouldn't have bought this. Even if I priced it at $60, you wouldn't have bought it. So, you know, this shows that our table has a distinct, you know, just like group of people here. It's the same people every time. And if that group of people doesn't want that particular card, it's not going to sell, even if I do a giant discount on it. But when we put it up onto eBay, it does sell because you reach the whole world of buyers. Did you guys see these two? I showed these off before. I might as well show them again. These are some other eBay sales. Look at these, the Quest cards. Now, if I priced these like this up on the table, none of you guys would have bought it. Diglett for $750, you wouldn't have bought that. That's sold, and I got paid out on that. The payout's already been received. Sometimes you guys don't believe me when I show off a really rare card and say, hey, this is pretty rare. Somebody's going to buy it for a lot of money. Look at them. I graded that myself. Pop 4 sold with a payout of $660, payout received. There you have it, guys. Pretty interesting stuff. I'm a bit surprised at the Kabutops. I knew he was really rare. I didn't think there would be so much enthusiasm to buy him, though. I thought that it would take longer. But look at that. Sold for $3,000. Yeah, very cool. Awesome, man. I was just showing something else off. Check this out over here. I was just showing this bad boy off. Look at this. Remember this guy? So I was just talking about how I just acquired this. There it is. There it is. We like this. Good morning, family. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the morning stream. There it is. Let's see. That Kabutops is really cool, man. That gives me more confidence to snatch up this. All right, so watch this, guys. So this one right here, look at that. He's got an old label on him, though. So that one's for 2.5. That's actually cheaper. That's actually cheaper than the Kabutops. Okay. All right, he's snatched. We're buying that live right now. 2.5 thousand. I mean, if Kabutops is going to sell, Gyarados is going to sell. So there's one Gyarados on the market now. Here it is. Let me hit refresh on that. And this one right down here, and that's my Gyarados. So that's my Gyarados posted. Oh, look at that. Watched right away. That's my Gyarados posted with PSA. Now, my goal with this Gyarados over here, I'd like to get him re-encapsulated. See the encapsulation is like the old style encapsulation. It's got the old label on it. It's kind of ugly. So I think I'll take this guy and the other guy we just ordered and get them fixed up by PSA, and then we'll get them into the vault, and then we'll get them listed up, I think. Maybe just one or two of them. But I want to keep the majority of them. I'm a big fan of Gyarados. You know that. I could keep all of them. How about that? We don't let us gaslight you. Minister, don't let us gaslight you. Sorry about that. Yeah, so, cool. So I've converted that Kabuto. Think of it like this. I've converted that Kabuto into this Gyarados. And now there's one Gyarados for sale for way too much. Why would I do that with the Gyarados? Like, why would I throw out such a hefty price with that Gyarados? Doesn't that seem like unreasonable, the price? It seems unreasonable, right? But it's really not when you go and you look at something really important to this card, and that would be the pop count. Let's see if I can just get that. Oops. Gyarados. Check this out, because a lot of you guys just don't know this about this set. Here it is. Oops. So this Gyarados, give me a moment. All right, this very fancy Gyarados is population 59. There's barely any of them. Pop 59. So there's one on the market now, and it's a Pop 59 card. It's less than 100 of them. And when you have a card that rare, you know, it's pretty easy, actually, to control the population of 10s. I think I have 6 of them now. So I have 6 of the 59. That's about 10% of all of them. Pretty interesting. I like Gyarados. I like the Cardos collection. I always have. It looks good. Drawn by Ken Sugimori, the manga artist for Pokemon. There you go. All right. So let's jump over here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pop this off. Very nice. And we'll grab this. Oop, we're in vertical mode. Give me a second here. So we're going to jump over to Nintendo Chrome. Did I say Nintendo Chrome? Google Chrome. So I got two things running in my mind at the same time. I do that a lot. We're going to jump over here and hit refresh on this. Let's get the chat pulled up. By the way, look at that. We have 63 people watching. That's so strange. Okay. We're going to jump down here. We're looking for our own stream. Okay, I'm going to hit refresh. Why is this not showing up? Let's head over here. Let's try going to the main menu. Ah, there it is. Okay, click. Very nice. We're trying to get this, we're trying to get chat pulled up on the iPad here. There we go. Very nice. Okay, let's see. Isn't it possible PSA regrades it? No, PSA will not regrade it. They'll simply re-encapsulate it. Mister, are you okay? It's 11 a.m. Yeah, we're doing a very different stream. This is a morning stream. CS Minute, he missed last night, so we're doing this today. Mary had a little lame. Mister, will those decks be in English in the future or only in Japanese? They might only be in Japanese. We don't know. Is it going back to normal from tomorrow, Mike's side? I don't know that either. Mods, where can I get a starter box, says Rooster. Hey, what's up, Mr. Rooster? So you can either buy it from the description of the live stream using PayPal, ZELLE, Cash App, or whatever you'd like, or you can buy it from the website. But you would have to use an option called custom payment, okay? You'll need to look up the price from the description. All right, I'm going to bed, mister. It's 1 a.m. here. Whoa, that's early. Good night, Mr. CS-Man. Whipple says, this is going to be brutal for me. I probably won't be coming into the streams often. Yeah, so undoubtedly, if we streamed in the morning, for some people, it would be very strange timing. However, keep in mind, we do also have the daytime stream. So if that works better for you, that is a different stream time that takes place like 6 hours from now, 7 hours. So there'll be a second stream 7 hours from now. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. The website has it, says Miss Tammy. Tammy, it won't be a good time, and that's a promise, says Miss Mary. I think she's talking to Mike's side. I just had the Texas Roadhouse rolls for lunch. I'm crying, says Miss Tammy. Tammy, you can't be crying. All right, so we just had a really surprising opening to the stream. Turned out a whole bunch of my cards had sold overnight. Not a whole bunch, but one really big one. Let me go ahead and throw all this away now. We're going to go back to throwing things away. We're going to get rid of all these unnecessary emails. Your shipment has been delivered. Okay. Just throwing some more of this out. We don't need all this. Venmo released the Brett Love purchases. That's really great. Okay, we're going to delete. Oops. Go back to here. We're going to delete this. We're going to delete these. We're going to delete this. All right. And throw this all away. Very nice. All right. Very nice. Good. We're going to hit refresh. The deck is on the website. Don't need to use custom payment. Sleep at night like a normal human, mister. I knew Mary had no life in the morning. Is the daytime stream going to be longer, nighttime shorter? So the daytime stream is almost certainly slated to take longer now. We're interested in the daytime stream lasting longer. The daytime stream is very interesting because it seems to hit up a lot of people. It hits up people who can't be on in the late night, but it also, it runs late enough that it hits people that would have been there in the early late night. So yeah, daytime streams kind of been rocking it this whole time. We get an enormous number of sales in the daytime in a very short period of time, in fact. All right, we do have an order from Ivan Rodriguez. He says, I'll try a 100-box Christmas giveaway. Oh my gosh. Mr. Ivan's doing a giveaway on this box of 100 Start Deck Pokemon. All right, very nice. So we'll take that, and we had a giveaway running, this Mark giveaway. So we have 2 giveaways now. The Mark giveaway, as well as the Ivan Rodriguez giveaway. So how should we run this? Let's see. Well, I think, first of all, we'll put your name on it. And here's what we'll do. We'll keep working on the Mark giveaway, and then we'll swap into the Ivan one right after. Well, actually, is Mark here right now? Is Mark here? Maybe we pause the Mark one and we start running the Ivan one since Ivan's here. And we can just swap back to that one after this one runs. That's a big one. This is a big giveaway, $55. So we'll let that one run for the full 20 spots. And let me find a place for this. Wow, we have a generous audience, man. Here we go. Sleep during the night like normal now with your... Oh, I already read that. Can I be in a giveaway? You can. Yes, you can, Mr. Perp Bikes. Yeah. So we run giveaways pretty consistently. If no one else runs one, I always run one. And they're just every single day, basically. So let me go ahead and begin by setting up this Ivan giveaway. It's very generous. And then we'll write you down on the donations list. Big sad for the change, but glad you're doing better for your health. Good luck with the pulls. Yes. Well, we're just experimenting right now. We'll see how it goes, okay? Ivan. You know, I'm thinking a lot about how I should live life in general. You know, I've been doing this stream kind of like I'm a poor guy who's living in the Great Depression, and I'm just barely making it, and I got to grind my wheels as hard as I can, da-da-da-da-da. You know, I've been living a really kind of unbalanced lifestyle for 7 years. I'm turning 37 in April. I'm almost 40. I think it's going to be okay if I slow down a little bit. You know, I might slow down just a little bit, but we'll still have a pretty good thing going. I mean, for the first time, I started taking Sundays off after 6 full years. I did 7 days a week for 6 full years. I only just started the Sunday thing like maybe a month ago. All right, can you open one sample start deck? Yes, sir, Mr. Panda Kevin. No pain, no gain, mister. Hey, what's up, Mr. Jared? What's your favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon. I like Tyranitar a lot. I like a couple Pokemon. I like Nidoking, big Nidoking fan. Speaking of which, we have this beautiful Rocket Nidoking right here. But yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon I like. I like Nidoking, I like Tyranitar, I like Gyarados. Charizard's cool, Umbreon's cool, Gengar's cool. I liked Hypno, but no one else likes Hypno. All right, let's see. Hypno's like this really bad guy Pokemon, you know? Everything about him stinks of he's a bad guy. So I thought he was a lot of fun, but other people did not like him quite as much. So let me hit refresh on this website, see if it's running. Wait, what the heck? You're live right now? This is awesome, says Mr. Jack Woodworth. You're still young. I thought you sounded older. Probably just morning. I sound old too. You know, I've been told I have an old sounding voice. I've been told that. So maybe that's actually true. So we have this Ivan giveaway. Type in Ivan to get into this Start Deck 100, a free deck. Mr. Ivan purchased this, $55. Let's write him down on the donations list here. Ivan's having a tough Christmas. He's had a tough Christmas, guys. So wish him a happy Christmas, a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Let's see, Mr. Ivan. Okay, we're going to go right here on number 15. Okay. Let's see, Ivan Rodriguez, 55. Boom. It's very generous, man. Okay. Cool. I thought you were in your late 30s 5 years ago. Yeah, do I sound old? I'm 30. I'm 36 right now. That's plenty old. That's not young anymore, that's for sure. I was 30 when I started this channel, and there wasn't a single other rip and ship out there on YouTube anyways. And there were other things, though. There was like PokeRev was doing his vintage box breaks. I was a little, you know, I saw him doing that, and I was like, okay, he's already doing that. And so he was doing that, and I was doing something very different. I was doing live breaks, and that was kind of a different idea. And you also had TCA Gaming at the time. He had been in the, you know, he'd been in the business for a while before I started. So that guy was way ahead of me. And he had a very different thing, too. He sold packs in a video. So PokeRev would go live and open up vintage booster boxes he sold beforehand. TCA Gaming had a strategy where he would sell something, maybe some vintage packs, and he would open them up in a video that he would post later. My idea was we'll sell modern cards and we'll do it while we're live. We'll do it on the spot. So it was a very different idea. Now there's so many ribbon ships. I know, Mister, you have one of those voices. I think it's from talking too much, where my voice starts to change a little bit. Mr. is 50 years old. That's right. I'm a 50-year-old, 35-year-old, 36-year-old. Thank you all. I really appreciate you all. Thank you, Mr. Ivan. All right, so we do have an order from Mr. CS Man, who says, just keep as store credit, $10. You got it. CS Man, $10 store credit. Put this, where can I put this? There we go. Ta-da! Very good. Weird. It says there's 2 orders, but it's only showing me 1 order. That doesn't make any sense. So I don't know if that's a glitch or not. Maybe there's another order incoming and it hasn't loaded yet. So strange. Okay, we're at the beginning of the morning stream. This is a full stream, guys. You're welcome to open card or do anything you want. Let's go over the breaks. So we got Gengar. Ooh, beautiful legendary collection Gengar. We've got this pretty legit Sealed-Off Blastoise. Look at the back of the card. Have you seen the back of the card? So this is kind of like that Kabutops. You just saw me sell a Kabutops for $3,000. Well, that's Kabutops. This is Blastoise. He's way better. And he's a much lower price. 40 times 2 would be closer to 800, right? And why is it so much cheaper? Well, he's a CGC 10. So CGC 10s, by their nature, sell a little bit cheaper here. And that's nice because you're getting him at a cheaper price, so you can sell him at a cheaper price too. So it's fair. Here's the Nidoking. Only requires 4 people in here. $40 buy-in, 1 star spot, a full star spot. This is one of the chase cards from Glory of Team Rocket, guys. I mean, it's kind of a big deal. How many boxes of Team Rocket would you have to open to pull this? And then after you pull it, you'd still have to grade it. So I think pulling this card in a break is way better than opening boxes of it. And he is one of the major cards to get from that set if you do not already own him. Here's the Mega. This is English. So this is sort of like a holy grail right here. Once again, it is CGC 10. If it was PSA 10, it probably would be like double priced. Probably be like 8,000 or more. Here is the Mega Charizard. He's tag 10 Japanese Mega Charizard. He's 10 out of 28, 18 spots to go. And here is the beautiful trade slab. Somebody was really loving on this card yesterday. They really liked it. It's $5 buy-in if you wish. But what's cool about it is you can actually just trade cards into the trade slab. It is, and then we've got the Ancient Origins pack break. About 5 spots left in here. Lots and lots and lots of breaks. Everybody sells the same products. You know, everybody has the same booster packs. All the channels, they all got the same booster packs. We have something much cooler than that. We've got our breaks, and I'm very proud of them. And they're hard to, you know, you got to have the right supply for it to get away with having such a cool thing going on. Here's our Discord server. If you want to join, we have all the slabs that are for sale in the Discord server. You can scan that QR code. Here's one, and wow, I find it easier to talk when I've had a full night's rest. Isn't that crazy? Here's One Piece box break, EB1. Mr. Edwards in there alone, 21 spots. Why? Because it's a very expensive box. Here's the email that you can use to send me questions, inquiries, you want to trade, you want to ship. Mega sub list, that's for Nido King, just Grant in there right now. The Ancient Origins box break. So I think another box of Ancient Origins just sold. And so this is actually going up in price right now. Letting you guys know that I noticed that. The 200K giveaway, what's this all about? Oh, this is for that Lugia, which is not done yet. Okay, so that Lugia, we're going to get back to him eventually. And this is how I was tracking how much, because we still needed to give away 5,000. Remember that from the 100K giveaway. Thank you, by the way, guys, for all those subscribes. We broke 100K this year. Isn't that cool? 100K, everybody. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. You could do the radio morning show. Yeah, I used to listen to radio morning shows all the time when I was working for my dad, because I was homeschooled and I wouldn't do any of my school. I'd just go out into the garage and start working. Most ripping ships almost be exhausted by having to commit to being funny all the time, but this channel's pretty authentic. That's why I'm still here. You know, I don't even think they're that funny usually. I think usually they're just sort of like, yo, let's go. All right, who's buying this card? Come on, chat. Who's buying this card? And I do that too, I suppose. But one thing you're probably correct about is that I genuinely enjoy just sitting down and talking about, you know, what's going on in the world. So there's kind of a mix here where we sell cards, but this is kind of like a social event for me anyways. And I'm just a person who likes to talk. So it's a good fit. Let's see. Who would have thought that resting is good for you? Wow, amazing. I know, it's crazy. Man, I was getting chronic bad sleep, guys. And that is why we're trying this out today. There's been changes in my activity schedule. I guess the way Karis and I hang out has changed over the years. Mr. So you have a burger. Pika 10. Did you price it yet? A Pikachu Burger Chew. I believe that guy went into either the live customs or the Poke Shuffle. So he's already disappeared, but I will get more of those graded, okay? So we'll have more of those Pika Burger Chews going out. There should be one. There might be two in the Poke Shuffles. Let me show you real fast. The Poke, yeah, here it is. So we needed to get one of these in here because one had already been pulled. So right now, for $5, you can pull this Pikachu out of the Poke Shuffles. Poke Shuffles have been on fire. That is one of the things you can pull. But there's actually this other interesting thing you can pull over here. So check this out. These are also in the box of the Poke Shuffles. So this guy right here, if you pull this, you have two options. Keep him, and what happens is I immediately send him to grade with tag. So we'll put your name up here. He goes to tag grading. Or you can, same over here with this Riolu. You can re-roll it, or I can put your name on it and send off to tag grading. So that's what we got going on there. You get both the card and a round of grading with those cards. And then, yes, we tossed this into the Poke Shuffle. I think that was the right thing to do with those. What if Rockstar Mahi can't make the morning stream? You know what? That would be devastating. Let's see what time it is in India. What time is it in India? He can make it. It's 10 p.m. over there. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. This, you know, he's winding down for bed. He can make it at 10 p.m. Okay, that's why I was thinking, you know, the morning stream, it's still pretty viable for people to hang out in the morning stream. Are the 100 starter decks from a fresh case? Yes, sir. No major pulls have been had. We're waiting to see a major pull come out. These have come with a completely untampered, brand new, fresh case. sealed case from my supplier. I only bought one case of them because I didn't know what to think about it. And he told me they were going to be good. He's like, you should buy them because these are going to be popular. I was like, all right, I'll do it. And it turns out these have a golden Charizard in it to chase after. But actually, there's a lot of unique artworks to chase after in this set. And you have to get lucky, though, when you pull a deck. You're either going to get a cold deck or you're going to get a lucky hot deck with one of these really cool alternative arts in it, okay? So there it is, the 100 decks. They're pricey, I suppose. Give it a try if you've got the guts. Can I get 2 with credit? 2 with credit. Here we are. I always forget your name, Mr. Pesach Collects. Let me see, it's... we were just looking at your stuff, weren't we? I apologize if I don't memorize your names very well. It's Raul Mendoza, is it not? Here it is. Boom. All right. But keep mine sealed. What? You don't want to open them? Damn you, Mr. Raul. Refresh the site. Sounds good, Mr. Jaded. So these 2 shall be for you. That's 110 minus 127, which is $17. Okay, $17 are remaining. Okay. With an R. So you're going to be, what, over here? I could probably just toss these into a bag for you somewhere. Sealed, please, Raul Mendoza. Okay. Rafael Aguilera, he still got that sealed fossil pack, man. He had to sell me that fossil pack. He's been storing it over here for years, man. That fossil break was a while ago. Ooh, see, that's like a fat bag already. All right. Okay. Raul Mendoza, 12.25. Good. New bag I shipped. Yeah, the new bag's already full. Let's hand out a spot in this Ivan giveaway. This is Ivan Rodriguez. Mr. Resendez goes in. So number 1, Resendez. Okay, you're in, Mr. Resendez. Who's here? Any mods here? Mike's side's here. I'll put some of the mods in for fun. Here's Mike's side. Tammy's still here. Sometimes we put the mods in. The mods, they are not paid. Mods are unpaid workers. They're volunteers. Nope, dead mods. We'll put you in here, Mary. We haven't done anything nice for Mary in a while. Go, Mary. Thanks for hanging out with us, Mary. Is Tammy here? Tammy was here a second ago. She's going in. She's got to go in. Tammy, by the way, is probably one of the most helpful moderators right now. It is. So Tammy's been doing a lot of work on that website. She's got to go in there. All right, so we give away a couple mod spots there, right? And let's go hit refresh on the website for Mr. Jaded. Okay, the website has been very popular. PSA getting sued into oblivion by the FTC coming soon. Woo. You know, what is there to sue over? Here it is. Here's Frostlass. I think there's like one congressman, and he's saying, you know, PSA's looking like a monopoly, and he will have to kind of prove that case that they're truly a monopoly. But how can that be when there's all these other grading companies in the world? You know, you've got Tag Grading, you've got AGS Grading, you've got CGC Grading, which is a huge one, their biggest competitor. CGC Grading is like 400,000 in the last month, 400,000 cards. And then you've got, you know, like Ace Grading, you've got Get Good, is it called Get Good? Get Graded. There's a variety of smaller grading companies in places like Japan and China. So it's not a true monopoly, I would say. I think to become a monopoly, they would have to purchase CGC. If they purchase CGC, now you got a monopoly. So I think that's going to be their argument. Next up, we have Mr. Jaded, and he says 4 pokey shuffles. But it's curious that that congressman is so interested in not letting PSA acquire Beckett. I wonder why that catches his attention. Is he like a card collector, I wonder? Maybe he's a sports card collector, because I kind of highly doubt he collects Pokemon. And maybe he just doesn't like it. You know, maybe he collected a whole bunch of Beckett cards, and he doesn't want his Beckett cards to have a parent company that already owns PSA. So that's my bet, is he owns some expensive cards himself, and he just doesn't like the deal. He's like, hey, I want Beckett to be separate from PSA. it is. But he's going to have to prove that they're actually a monopoly, or that they've actually done behaviors that are monopolistic, like blocking, like creating a barrier to market, right? So like we created TCC grading. PSA could have sued me and said, "No, your slab has to look really different from ours." They didn't do that. So it's just the case that they're a very good business. All right, let's go grab this Bulbasaur. They didn't sue me. They didn't sue anyone as far as I know. They're not creating barriers of entry to the market. You can start a grading company tomorrow if you'd like. Oh, that's a 9. Hold on. You got a 10. Bulbasaur 10. Yeah, the PSA vault, they'll store and sell CGC cards. Of course, they don't do that for tag yet. I hope they do that for tag soon. Tag's pretty new, though. You know, that's probably why. It's probably more like a logistical thing, like they have to learn how to authenticate their cards. All right, so here is Bulbasaur 001. Look at that beautiful card. That's for you, Jaded. I'll keep it. Good choice. That's what I would have done. Bulbasaur is awesome. Okay. Mr. Jaded. You created CGC? I created TCC grading. What did I say? Sometimes I'm multitasking and I talk like a crazy person. So we got these really expensive slabs in front of each other, in front of the table. And that's going to be the high price, pricey slabs channel that we're going to update. Ah, 79% market share enters Monopoly. Listen, I think it really depends on what you... Look, I'm not on PSA's team, by the way. I don't really care. I grade with all the companies. You guys have known that about me for a long time. I grade with Tag. I graded with GMA. Remember GMA? They're still a thing. I graded with CGC. When it was controversial, I graded with all these companies. People are like, you should only grade with PSA. I didn't care. I bought nice SGC slabs before PSA bought SGC. They're a relatively smaller so I don't care what grading company it is. But here's the thing. You got to tell me, you got to prove to me that they have created barriers of entries for the other companies. You have to show me how they have stopped other companies from being able to succeed. And they don't. So, you know, like Microsoft, they would have rules like, okay, if you want to have a Microsoft PC, you can't have any of our competitors' software on the computer. That's a monopolistic practice. PSA is not doing that. They're just a really popular business, and they have enough money to buy Beckett. And Beckett, I don't know, they're fairly different from PSA, but that's not a barrier of entry for other companies. It's kind of like the same with what's going on between Netflix and Warner Brothers, although Trump has spoken out against that one. So we'll have to see. Either way, I don't have, I'm not getting paid to say one thing or another. So we'll have to see how it all plays out. But it's just one congressman right now saying that is a monopoly. So I don't think much is going to come out of it. We'll have to see. So let me place this over here. Good. And let me jump over to, let me jump over to our Discord server, to the Pricey Slabs channel. It's empty. Perfect. So now we're going to take our first picture. Some Banjo-Kazooie music. Nice. Did the Cubone break finish? The Cubone break. Yeah, that Cubone. Yeah, that one finished, right? Yeah, that one finished. The Cubone break is done. And then we started up this Nidoking break. Got me tripping over here. I wasn't sure if it had finished. All right. Very good. There we go. All right. What about the Gengar? What about the Gengar? Which one? The Gengar Legendary Collection Gengar? You're wondering if that finished? It's funny, we show these off at the beginning of the stream, but then you come in later and everyone's like, wait, show that again. Here it is. We got to have, somebody was mentioning maybe we should have a system that keeps count of them on like the website or something. I think Tammy already has a channel that shows the current breaks, right? So Tammy has something in the Discord server called Current Breaks as the channel, and you should be able to check that out. All right, so if you did not know about that, I should advertise it more. Do you remember who won? It's not in the Discord. Oh. Does anyone here remember who pulled the Cubone? Okay, so that's an issue. Does anyone here remember who pulled the Cubone? I'm going to go ahead and click on this. We have a Mr. Ivan Rodriguez. He says Discord. He sent some money over. He wants... Okay, he's got a couple cards in mind he'd like to pull. I can see him. Let's see. So he's got a couple of these. I think that these are going to be found in the Discord channels. How many spots can you buy in, says Mr. Eli? As many as you want. As many as you want. Because the deeper you go, the more you're risking. So if you buy like 4 out of 5 spots, yeah, you have a high chance of pulling the card. But you also, if somebody else pulls it on the 5th spot, you're basically buying it for them, which is really tough. All right, let's start hunting for this. We've got some cards to get from Mr. Ivan, $130 worth of slabs. Get ready, guys. We're going on the slab hunt. So let's take a quick memorization of what he sent in for. All right, so clicking on this. Aegislash, Magmortar, Pikachu, Melodic, Gengar, Ninjask, and Toxtricity. And some of these are 9s. 999. Here's an 8. Here's a 9. So just 2 of them are 10s. The Magmortar and the Aegislash. All right, we're going to get started there, all right? Here we go, guys. Boy, this morning I had to talk to a supplier for a while to get this thing sorted out from like last year. It finally feels like we're making progress. He says he's going to ship it out. And I think he's really telling the truth this time. I think he's going to finally get that stuff shipped. Here we are. You guys remember that whole story? All right, let's get started. Magmortar, Aegislash. This always takes a while because we actually have so many great cards in the Discord server. You got to like hunt them down in the channel even. Okay, Duraludons. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Why don't you guys tell me about your Tuesdays? Tell me how your week is going. I'd love to hear how... Ooh, there's a nice melodic. How's your week going? Any interesting things going on in your lives? What does the news say? Any interesting news? I haven't read the news because it's a very different time for us right now. Let's see. There's a Ninjask way up at the top here. Let's see. Oh man, this would be a lot faster if we had a different system for it. I have to scroll through this one at a time. Is it near the top? Is that what's going on here? The cards we're looking for? Oh, I didn't find them at all. Okay. So I went through the whole channel. I didn't find them. Help me out here, Mr. Ivan. Help me out and explain where some of these items were coming from. Did you price this one? I'd like to buy it. No, that one has not been priced. Oh, I see. The Aegislash, it's actually a consignment slab. Oh, so is the Magmortar. Okay, mystery solved, guys. These were both consignment. I assumed they were in the 10s channel. All right, the mystery has been solved. Now this should be easy. There it is. So we're going to say Aegislash sold. Okay. And there's the Magmortar. Magmortar sold. That was the problem. I did that last time, too, if you remember. Consignment. That's right, consignment. Welcome, guys, to the morning stream. How many of you guys just got here? That's right, a stream in the morning. How strange. Here's this. We hit 80 viewers earlier. People were like, huh? A busy little morning stream, huh? That's a Jimmy Torres slab. Okay. Aha, there we go. Got a nice little Aegislash, nice little Magmortar. Mister's here. What's up, Stephen Bodie? My lunch break just got better. There we go. Ugh. That's right. If you are in New York, it's 11:40. So it's almost 12. Perfect. This is kind of like a lunch stream in the East Coast, isn't it? All right. Let's get your name on these to get started. We did a really great job with these consignment slabs. A whole bunch of them have sold now. You know, we ought to have a separate channel for grill cards. That's another thing we could do. We could separate the grill cards into another channel. Okay, now let's grab Jimmy Torres. The regular 10 cheap slab is on the 9s channel. The regular 10 cheap slab. Huh. Boop. So one of the 10s was in the 9 channel. Okay, no problem. Pull out that Mewtwo level X if you see it. Yes, yes, hopefully in a minute here. So let's get this store credit out for Jimmy. Okay, it's 26 plus 45. 71. So now he is at $71 of store credit. Isn't that cool? We've helped 2 people at the same time. We helped Ivan acquire 2 cheap slabs, and we helped Jimmy liquidate some slabs. That's cool stuff. Okay, now we're not done. We have to get the rest of Mr. Ivan's orders. $130 order. So we got a $20 Pikachu, a $10 Melodic, $28 Gengar, $20 Ninjask, and a $20 Toxtricity. A whole bunch of 9s, everybody. Get ready. Get ready. Let me rotate these for you so you have something new to look at. Pricey Ekans. Here's a nice cheap card, actually. That is a Misty's Gyarados 10 for $40. Very nice looking card. Here's a Tentacruel for $240, PSA 10. That one ought to go off to PSA as well. The world would be a dark place without grill cards. That's right. I shiver to think about it. PSA 9s and lower. Let's see. This takes a minute because we have to update the channel to explain what's sold. So let's start with Pikachu Melodic Gengar. Let's start with that. Pikachu Melodic Gengar. There's Pikachu. Pikachu Ninjask sold. Melodic right here. Melodic sold. Okay, let's update this. So we got Pikachu, Melodic, and Ninjask. So it's Gengar and Toxtricity we're looking for now. Gengar Toxtricity. Ah, here it is. Oh, was that the Gengar you were buying? That was a 10. You mentioned that there was a 10 in there, but that's a $64 card. You were buying a $28 one. All right. Thanks for pointing that out. So you're buying a different one. Here it is. Gengar sold. We're just looking for Toxtricity now. He's the last one. Toxtricity. Or was he at the beginning, perhaps? He must have been at the beginning. It was negative 47 Fahrenheit here yesterday, trying to keep the diesel plant running and keep people and myself warm. Damn, that's cold. Where are you at that it's so cold? Oh, here it is. He was at the beginning. Toxtricity sold. All right, they've all been marked sold. Now, let's go retrieve them. Step number 2, the retrieval. Put this back together again. Whoa! Member for 58 months, Jack Bello. Jack, what name did you go by before YouTube went and screwed it all up? Here's the Ninjask. Okay, we found the Ninjask. Holy, freeze my butt off. Yeah, it's warmer out where I'm at. Holy. I'm in the Northwest Territories, 60th parallel, on the same parallel as Alaska. But Alaska is traditionally known for being very warm. But this doesn't add up. Okay, we got some booty butt cards in here. Oh yeah, I need to grade some My Little Pony. I'm going to grade some My Little Pony and list it all up on eBay and prove to you guys that that stuff can make tons of money. Or maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out. I think it's really funny, though, to think about. I love pointing that kind of stuff out. I don't know why. It's like a funny thing to me, because it's like this market that people will ignore because they kind of look down on it or something. And I love to make money in markets like that. ignored markets. We're missing the Pikachu. We need one Pikachu for him. One Pikachu it is. We're going to find it. I can smell him. He's in here somewhere. Somewhere. Let's see. Pikachu, Pikachu. Where's he at? We've almost gone through the whole box now. Still haven't found him. Hopefully he's not sold already. Just possible. Oh, no. He might already be sold. Okay, Mr. Ivan? All right, what is this? That's not him. He might already be sold, Mr. Ivan. The Pikachu might be gone. Sorry, man. Let me just go back through these all as I'm putting them away, okay? But he's looking like he might already be sold. Is there a new pony set? I got no clue. I haven't been buying anything new. But like the Hello Kitties, for example, right? You saw me grade a whole bunch of Hello Kitties, right? The moment those black labels started to sell, which I guess you could argue is a very lucky grade, right? So I got lucky with the grade. But the moment those started to sell, I made a tremendous flip on those, like an unbelievably large flip. But it was really reliant on those black labels. But we got a couple good black labels from it. And, oh, there he is. Oh, my God. We pulled him much earlier. He was right here the whole time. There you go. You guys are going to have to retire me and get a younger, sexier streamer now. Somebody who's more virile and has better attention span. Focus. All right, he was there. We got it. All good. The system didn't fail. I'm just getting old. Very good. So, that completes Ivan's order of $130 worth of slabs, everybody. He's the one handing out this free box of cards today. Thanks, Ivan. Okay. There we go. Oops. Ta-da! All right. Quip Art does a better job anyways. Can I buy the Zard and send the difference? That Zard is currently not for sale. I think I was planning to turn that into a break. That's what's going on with that Zard. So I got to have some top tier Charizard cards in order to, you know, keep the breaks rotating. Very important. I have something real crazy for the breaks. You know, think about it. The breaks come with that star spot, right? And the star spot kind of cranks out all the other breaks at the same time. So that Charizard, the reason he was never priced, even though he'd come back from PSA already, the reason he was never priced is because he's prepared to become a break. He's in a kind of a different tier. Does that say more as to why he didn't want to release them, but then he said he will release them? What are you guys talking about? How do you feel about Trump being on those Epstein files? Well, I don't know. I haven't actually seen what you're talking about. Here's Mr. Todd. Shiny Treasures, 1 pack. Ah, Todd. 1 Shiny Treasures pack. Todd Peters. Is this your first time order, Mr. Todd? I sent the message before you found the Pikachu. Here we go. Early stream. This is the morning stream. How strange. How long has it been running? 1 hour so far? Wow, an hour goes by fast, dude. An hour goes by in the blink of an eye. There we go. Tossing this over here. Very good. Todd Peters. Let's see. I've been here before, says Mr. Todd. We're looking for your bag, Mr. Todd. Here's no Todd bag. Fresh bag for Todd. Hey, Todd, how are you doing today, man? We have a jumbo pack break available now. I forgot to mention that. $40, 1 in 4 odds. Yep. Todd Peters. Okay, there it is. You need to read it off stream because it talks about a grape accusation. Oh, that's a big deal. All right, well, so I will be able to read about that a little bit later. This is the morning stream, and so, funny enough, I haven't really read the news. Let me see. What if I just pull up CNN? CNN doesn't like them. Clip. All right. A new trove of Epstein files are released with Trump's name in many places. Oh, let's see. Let's see. CNN reporters are reviewing the latest trove. Let's see. Authorities have not accused Trump of criminal wrongdoing, but claim some of the materials include untrue or sensationalist claims. Uh-huh. All right. Well, so I haven't. It's not on CNN's front page. We'll give it some more time, whatever you're talking about. You know, if there is some kind of big thing, it'll show up on CNN, ABC. Those guys do not like them. All right, let's see. Let me hit refresh. I'm going to hit refresh on the website. Best of luck, Ivan. That has to be very rough. I'm in my car for the past 1 hour because I have to go in my mom's house to clean. I don't know how. I'm sorry, Mr. Ivan. Ivan, you know, it's crazy you're talking about that. I actually completely remember doing that with my grandmother years ago. I must have been about 8 or 11 years old. I was 11. And it was a really tough thing to do. It just was. And I remember my mom was there and her brothers and sisters were there and they were all super, super sad. So, but it's like one of those things that happens when a parent passes away. So now you have to go through their stuff and, you know, take your time and just, you know, what they say time heals all, right? So Mr. Jaded, I think we already processed this order. Yes, we already did. Jaded was the only one in the website for placing an order, and it looks like all the other queues are empty. So this is the morning stream. It's a bit of an experiment, and we're seeing how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and put some new slabs up on the table. Okay, guys? Yeah, take your time, man. Yes. We are. Condolences. Hope you have some family helping. I just don't know how right now. What the guy that was actively trying to block this all over the files? Nah. B-drill time. B-drill time. What about B-drill? You like B-drills? Here's a popular card that sells really often. This is the Classic Collection Gyarados. And every time I post this card up for sale, someone snatches it. So that one sells like every time. I know for a fact that one's popular. I did order before I bought all your Plasma Blast packs, but I have not ordered in a while. Dang, dude. So you're... Oh, yeah. Actually, no. I recognize this. Todd Peters. You're Todd Peters? Is that what you're saying? That was a while ago. Plasma Blast? That was a long time ago. Todd Peters. You know, we get these guys who sometimes go super deep, and then they take a really long break. They just don't do it again. So you have guys who, they go deep, and they do it over and over and over and over. Sometimes we have a guy who'll go real deep, and then they're just like, all right, that was it for me. Well, I appreciate you stopping in, and you've been hanging out with us quite a bit. You just haven't been placing any insane orders. That's all right. I like it when people just hang out and talk about the hobby or talk about whatever's on their mind. Here's Gyarados. Here's... I found a cousin or sibling. Being there helps a lot. Here we are. Can we look for his card in the Poke Shuffle? Oh, the B-drill. You're talking about the Legendary Collection B-drill. Here we are. Let me go ahead and sleeve these up. We do have these fresh tag slabs to price. Let me try pricing a couple of these up first, okay? It was a crazy month for my house. It's when all the stuff breaks all at once. Anything you can think of, I probably broke. You're breaking stuff in your home? Take as much time as you need, Ivan. Here we are. So here's Articuno, here's Raikou, here's Gyarados. All right. We're going to say Classic Articuno. Oops. It'll feel better at some point, you know. It'll feel better. I think it will. It takes time, but it will. Do you have any prismatic figure collections? Figure collections? I don't think so. If it's there, in there, I'll do 10 shuffles. Okay, and if it's not in there, I'd like to put it in there. Because we suspect it might not be in the box. Because it's been hanging around for kind of a while. It's possible because of the nature of the shuffles that he simply hasn't been pulled. But it's also possible that he got placed in there and his card never went in there. Because I'm an idiot. So somehow this Articuno is still only $40, which makes no sense to me. I'm ready to put that in the Poke Shuffles right now. Here, let me get the other two first. You can't just have this be blank. So that Raikou's actually from 2019. All right, PSA 10, Raikou All-Stars. I'm hoping there's some hits in my Sun and Moon Elite box. I may open it. You gonna open it? All right, so Raikou, not terribly expensive. Strangely affordable. Beautiful Raikou, $36. Okay, maybe too many of them graded or something. And now Gyarados, classic Gyarados. Okay, yes, I have one that has ripped. So this is unbelievable at $67. Why is this one so popular? Let me check sold. Okay. We got to check ended recently. This one last sold for $68. Crazy. Yeah, this Gyarados is unreasonably popular for some reason. I don't know what he's all about. People love this artwork. It's got to be it. Or maybe it's a nostalgic card for them from the Heart Gold, Soul Silver time period, because that's where he's from. I did send for the Articuno. Mom had fun with you guys the week before everything happened. It was her first time on the stream. Yeah, so for some context, if you guys don't know, she stopped in for like 1 minute and said hi and bought a little gift for Mr. Ivan, because Ivan's a little sick. And then I think you said she had an accident, so she had a fall, and that's really tough, man. We are. All right, yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. That's a crazy story. The Articuno is sold. I'll set that there for a moment. Let's see. You would like to donate Tag 10 Heatwave Rotom to Mr. Ivan. Tag 10 Heatwave Rotom. Is that up here somewhere? Give me a minute. So Mr. Shahir is doing a gift for you, Mr. Ivan. Mr. Ivan's been doing a gift for us. He bought an actual deck. Okay, hold on. So the Heatwave Rotom must be inside of the Discord server. Is that right? Yeah, we met his mom just one time. Cares is sad. All right, let's see. Ah, there it is. Okay. Rotom with an R. Did she call us a bunch of nerds? No, she didn't. She didn't say a lot, but she stopped in. She was kind of curious what we do. And I remember she bought a little item for Mr. Ivan. And then, you know, all of a sudden, about a week or two later, Ivan says his mom's in the hospital. And I didn't think too much of it at the time. I thought, oh, that's not good. But I didn't know it was from a fall. And then he mentioned that she had a fall, and I was like, oh, that could be very bad, actually. Falls are very dangerous. Let's see. Aha, here we are. No problem, Ivan. I hope you like it. Sent for the Articuno. I actually put articulate in the PayPal message. Haha. Yes. Okay, I'm placing these back in the box. Mr. Ivan's having a very tough Christmas this year. Oops. Okay. Let's see. The brain bleed was bad. Surgery didn't help. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you know, it's just, I don't know what to say. It's like destiny a little bit, Mr. Ivan. Some of it's just destiny. Sometimes you kind of got to like take a deep breath and just let it all go a little bit. There we go. I don't know why. I feel like my brain accepts these things to a certain degree kind of easily. You know, like I feel like maybe it's just all comes back down to having that sort of like tough childhood. And it's just sort of like one day everything changes. So it's like just kind of how the world works. It's kind of how reality is. I think you are going to go through her belongings, and it's going to be a very tough day or week for you, however long it takes. And some time will go by and you'll have time to grieve. There it is. And you can get her, you know, maybe a nice flowers at her tombstone, and life will keep spinning along and it'll be okay in the long run. But yeah, it's tough on the initially when it happens. It's very tough. Here's Articuno. The interesting thing, Mr. Ivan, is we all go through it. Like I said, we had somebody last year lost his dad. I think it was last year, and it was Mr. Sven. Mr. Sven lost his dad last year. He kind of disappeared from the stream for a little while. Then he popped back in. He's like, sorry, I was gone. He's like, I lost my dad. So, you know, it's really, really tough. 3 years since my wife passed, still taking it day by day. But it gets easier. That's a donation to Ivan. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so clueless. Of course, you said it was a donation to Ivan, and I automatically wrote your name on it because that's what my brain does. It's like on autopilot when it's talking. There it goes. All right. So this shall say to Ivan. Rodriguez. Sorry about that, Mr. Shahir. From Shahir. All right, there we go. So now he knows who gave it to him. I'll write the date down for you, too. Helps you make sense of the donation. All right, there we go. All right. Nice little thing for people like you and myself who don't have parents. I try to tell people who lose their family to try to focus on the contrast and be so happy they had a loving parent. You know, I had pretty hard times, I guess, when I was like 17 and 18 and 19. I kind of just threw myself into things I could work on, to be honest. So work kind of became a way for me to, you know, stop thinking. That's the hard, you know, it's kind of a crazy thought, but if you could just turn your head off and stop thinking so much, that strangely corrects a lot of issues. And so playing video games is an option. Some people drink. Some people maybe get into some other kind of activities to grieve. Maybe some of those activities not so good. But for me, it was work. So I just worked. And that's actually pretty, it's a good coping mechanism because you never get in trouble for working really hard. You know what I mean? And in the end, you just get a big paycheck and get to spend it. So, you know, just working real hard and, you know, it takes time to process stuff. So let's see what's next. We have a Mr. Jack Woodworth order. It is tag 10 Articuno and 4 shuffles. So this is going to you, Mr. Jack. Good choice. Weirdly underpriced, in my opinion. Normally, I take this Articuno and I stuff it into the Poke Shuffles because it's such a bizarrely good card. $40 for that. Have you done stuff you regret? And if so, how do you get over it? I probably have. I've never really been in like deep trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I've never been in a lot of trouble. I'm a pretty good boy, I guess you could say. I don't break the law much. I guess I got speeding tickets. I regretted that. I don't know. I've been pretty cautious my whole life, so not a lot of mistakes. I'm a cautious kind of person. So 4 shuffles for Mr. Jack. Mr. Jack, you ready? Okay. You know, sometimes I look at myself in that time period and go, oh, I could have handled this thing or that thing differently. But then I think about it more and I go, no, you wouldn't have. I just did what seemed most reasonable at the time. So it's just whatever was most reasonable in that time period is what I tried to do. And I wouldn't have done it any other way. And it just worked out the way it worked out. You can't control everything is what you realize. Like this, Mr. Ivan is going through a difficult moment in life. It was something he had no control over. So there's just some things where you just kind of have to take a deep breath and let it happen the way it happens, you know. Here we are. Can't control everything. Life happens to you to a certain degree. 4 cold ones. Mr. Jack, those were the Pokey Shuffles. Okay, let me hit refresh. So you're not like Bart Simpson, who's in deep, deep trouble. No. I know you have. You sold a Gengar and you regretted it. Well, that's different. I mean, if you want to talk about Pokemon card regrets, yeah. I mean, there's cards I should have held and not sold. There's probably plenty of them I should have held. But you got to understand, I sold it, I got the money for it, and then I rolled it over into something new. So, you know, that money goes somewhere. Gabriel Hernandez, articulate tag. Oh, the other guy already snatched it. I am so sorry. Mr. Jack bought this just before you, Gabriel. He was the order before yours. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a good slab. No wonder 2 people wanted it. Gabriel. Well, Mr. Gabriel, I got a lot more slabs. You might run into another one. If you don't see one immediately up on the table or in the Discord server, we got a couple more to price up. I mean, the whole return basically needs to be priced, Gabriel. Am I able to pull my last 2 cards from the BGS submission? I just don't want to wait, especially with the schedule change. I think so. Yeah, so if you would like to cancel your BGS submissions, that's possible. So what I would need you to do, what I would need you to do is submit like a PayPal order or whatever it is you normally use to pay and say that you would like to cancel 2 BGS cards. Put this over here. All right. So, Gabriel, I'm going to set you right over here. Okay. You know, you canceling the order because I'm trying something out like the morning stream, it ironically will just make me more determined to make the morning stream work. I'm that kind of person. I'm a disagreeable type. We are. Here's, Javier Arroyo. Mr. 2 Prismatic Evolutions, 4 Hollow Shuffles, Javier Arroyo. Hey, what's up, Mr. Javier? You're normally here very late at night. So now you're here instead early in the morning. You are? Have you used Beckett this month, or are they still okay? I will absolutely still be using Beckett. I don't think they're going to change anything. I think, you know, the PSA company will not be interested in changing a company that they just acquired too much because they understand the reason it was so successful is because of how they were already operating. So I don't think they'll tinker with it too much. Maybe some people who own a lot of black labels are nervous because those black labels are pretty expensive. I don't own a lot of black labels, but I'll continue grading with Beckett. And yeah, I think they're still totally legit. You know, unless they were to start firing a bunch of people at Beckett and making large changes. But even at that point, you can say that all the older Beckett grades were still based off of the previous company. But I don't know. I guess that gets tricky to think about, like from like a buyer's perspective, like an emotional buyer's perspective. It gets tricky. But I still have a lot of confidence in Beckett. Here's why. I mean, look at PSA as a company. They're the leader in card grading anyways. They get 1.6 million cards graded in 1 month. In the same month, Beckett grades only 75,000. So PSA had the lead by a huge margin. There we go. Let's see. PSA said everything stay the same. They just own it only. Yeah, exactly. That's actually what they said in their statement. All right, what do we have here? We've got Meowth Old Maid. Ooh, let's put this over here. Meowth Old Maid. So that's going to be up here. Mr. Javier, are you ready? So you're going to get to decide whether to keep it or re-roll it. 10? It's probably this one. All right. So with the Meowth, you would give 4 re-rolls. You know, PSA damaged one of my cards that I did with you. Didn't realize till it was too late. Really. I never did CGC again after I had a bad experience. Man, CGC lost me a whole case, a whole submission of cards one time. And it cost me, I don't know what it cost me. I thought it cost me like $5,000 or something. It was some huge amount. It was years ago. We were still living in the condo, so it was a long time ago now. What I ended up doing was for each person, I ended up replacing their card with like a PSA 10, basically. In many cases, not all cases, I think we were able to prove a couple of them were not going to grade 10 because we had the actual clips of the card getting pre-graded. And but it lost me huge amounts of money. Reroll. All right, you got it. So this Meowth shall go back into the box, and you get a total of 4 rerolls. Let me place this up here. Whoa. One, two, three, four, 5. So 5 go into the box, and 4 come back out. So it's not exactly 90%. It's something like 90%. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, good luck in there. Oh, the chase card. Wow. That was a very good reroll. Sometimes we see some bad rerolls. That was a huge reroll. Oh, this is the old 2 live. See how there's no markings on it? So then this is worth $40. So what I shall do for you, we're going to give you $40 of store credit, Mr. Javier. Look at that, Javier. You have better luck over here than in almost any of the products you've opened lately. But hold on, it's not over. You still have to pull something out of here. So you now have $40 of store credit. That's how we're going to treat this. Goes back over here. And now this card is actually going to be gotten rid of. Let's get rid of it this time. I don't think we need that in the box. We've already got this and a different one. So the live customs have changed to be sort of like a shuffle product themselves. So they're not needed to be pushed by the Poke Shuffle anymore. Now this is 4 times 25 is $100. So we need 20 of these cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So not only did he pull a chase card out of the box, which I guess someone else must have swept at some point, not only did he do that, he also pulled an additional $40 of store credit. So really, if you think about it, Javier, you got this, at this point, it's like paid for. You got it for like free. Now let's find out what those 4 live customs turn into. Okay, so we'll just grab this, pop it back here. These work just like the Poke Shuffle. The live customs are pricier though. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you will be able to re-roll anything you pull here, but it will only be re-rolled in the live customs box. We got Leafeon, Lugia, come on. Ah, there we go. And a vintage Simpsons card. I was getting nervous for you that nothing would get pulled, because it's possible that $100 in the live customs box turns into nothing. It's not likely, but it is possible. Blastoise 009 PSA 10. What could that be? Really? Is it this one? Is it really 009? I think you might have just made back a lot of your money over time. You know, Javier, you've been buying a lot of stuff with me for a while in the last, let's say, month or two with very few good pulls. You just pulled the $400 Blastoise, I think. Wow, dude. I think he just pulled the chase. Look at that, guys. See, it says 400 at the top. That's the $400 Poker Blastoise. He just went from $20 of Holo Shuffles to $400 Blastoise. Wow. Whoa. Mister, can I buy that Mod Chump Tag Slab? I think it's a 5. Mod Chump Tag Slab. Where is it? You mean Hitmonchan? Wow. What do you think, Javier? So technically, you can re-roll this card. Let's see. You would get 14 spots if you re-roll. So you can re-roll this for 14 spots in the live customs or keep it. You actually, hell no, I'll keep it. All right. You know, you ought to, I feel like you ought to get like a clip for that, man. I mean, that was crazy. Maybe I'll mention, is Mike's Eye watching? That ought to be a clip. That's crazy. He just turned 20 bucks into a $400 pull. Of course, that takes pure luck out of our you know, mystery boxes, if you wish to call it that. They're kind of mystery box, aren't they? And that doesn't happen very often. From 20 bucks to $400, everybody. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I might have to clip that one from Mike's side because we often don't make clips out of those live customs and pokey shuffles. We make clips of everything else, but sometimes it's worthy of a clip. All right. This clip shall say Javier Arroyo turns $20 into a $400 poker pull from the custom boosters. Yeah, so the reason that's such a big deal is because it's not like there's booster packs of the poker cards to open. So our little live customs and pokey shuffles give you guys an option to pull something cool like those poker cards. You know what I'm saying? So it's a neat thing. Not sure if you said anything about the Machamp. So was it a Machamp though? I don't know if it was a Machamp. Are you talking about this guy? You talking about Hitmonchan? There might have been a Machamp, but I don't know where he's at. Hold on. The other one's Clefable. Wow, and we still have to open your prismatics. Let's see what we got here. Congrats. Not gonna lie, I kind of thought of re-rolling it. For the 14 spots with the Blastoise. I think what's interesting about the option for re-rolling it is you might get a couple cheaper cards that you like. On the other hand, it's kind of a trophy card if you think about it. So I feel like getting that trophy card. Oh, and we should give you a bounty spot too, shouldn't we? We should give him a spot in the bounty, everybody. Here's Ogerpon. Yeah, you did very good on that, man. Yeah, that's so crazy. Javier, you've had tough luck on a lot of the booster packs you've been opening. And then ultimately your top luck just arrived and it came out of the live customs of all things. There you go. Okay, I lost service. I'm back. He says that one. Yes, I'd like to buy it. Okay. So this is Hitmonchan, and he graded 2. He's not going to be terribly expensive. In fact, he's going to be pretty cheap probably as a 2. So I'm thinking on this Hitmonchan. See, I grade these vintage cards that have no shot at a good grade, but I grade them because I know they're going to be cheap. Let's offer him for 35 perhaps. How does that sound? I don't know if that's good or bad. I haven't looked them up. That is just kind of an opening price. That price covers the cost of the grading, basically. Okay, so your other pulls. Here they are. Yeah, you'd be surprised how well you can do in the breaks compared to the booster packs, because booster packs like Prismatic pay out so rarely. And when they do, you still have to grade it. It's not even a good card yet till it's been graded, and it could grade badly. Whereas the slabs in the live customs, the pokey shuffles, the breaks like this Nidoking, they're already 10s. And I'm just kind of a broken record saying that over and over again, but it's so true, you know, it's so true actually. Ooh, look at this. Snorlax VMAX from Sword and Shield. So this is the easier version of the card to pull out of the set, and yet it somehow might be more desirable in a certain sense because it's colored. You see, the rainbow version would have been the rare version, but this is colored and you can actually kind of see Snorlax. He is getting a spot in the bounty too, right? Yes, let's get him that spot in the bounty so we don't forget. We're going to get you 2 spots. I mean, it's a huge pull. You kind of got 2 things. You got the 4 live customs pull, and then you pulled the actual Blastoise, which is super crazy. There you go. So you're going to get 2 of these. If you think about it, he pulled 1 chase card out of 1 box, and then the chase card out of the second box, too. That's nuts. Here we are, the bounty. Javier. Some good luck for Javier in the morning stream. What do you guys think of the morning stream? What's your opinion on it? I want to hear your opinion on the morning stream. So far, I mean, it's behaved kind of like any other stream. It hasn't been that bad. We've seen some people in here that are not normally here. Well, what I mean to say is we've seen some people in here that are normally in the nighttime stream. That's, wow, this guy's pricey as hell. He is pricey as hell. He's $160. People do like this card. That's awesome. Who would have thought? You know, back in the day, in 2020, this was just a junk card. But when you look at it today, it's actually really clear. Like, you get his whole body in the image. You know, if you look at the EX card designs today, the EX cards are kind of like cut off all the way up to here. And the rest of the card, it's just like attacks and crap like that. But this is kind of like a full art. You get to see his whole body, and it just looks really nice. That has potential. I think that one has potential for sure. 160, I have like 10 of those in TCCG 10s. Perfect. You're in a good place with those, man. Yeah, those are great. Okay, so what an exciting order for Javier. What do we have over here now? Let me hit refresh on the website. It's the website's turn. We have Nicholas Burke. Nicholas, he says he would like a prismatic. Here you go. Nicholas says, just trying to show some support. It's been a while. Thank you for all the free information you give. Oh, that's really nice, Mr. Nicholas. I appreciate that, man. It is Nicholas Burke. There you go. What other Snorlaxes are available? I have some rainbow Japanese versions of the same Snorlax. Here's Raolu, here's Ursaluna, here's a holo. All right, Nick. Just a holo pack this time, but you never know. Could have been Umbreon. Could have been the pack. Here we are. Gold Snorlax. That pull was meant for Javier. Even if someone else did it, the odds of Mr. pulling the same cards as he did are very low. Yeah, they're very difficult odds, I think is what you're trying to suggest. Type in Ivan to be part of the 100 start deck giveaway. Actually, hold on. Before you type that in, I'm going to hit reset entries. There we go. So there's only 58 people in this room. Just you guys are going to have a chance to get on this deck right now. I want to make it that way because you guys are sticking around, hanging out with us. So back over here to our friend, Mr. Nicholas Burke. Thank you so much, Nicholas. He said he was just trying to show some support. Really appreciate it, man. It's a cool way to show support. I mean, if you think about it, because, you know, it's like when you watch maybe your favorite YouTuber play video games and you just send them money and it's just pure money. You don't have also a chance to pull like a $8,000 God pack or anything like that, right? So it's actually pretty fun opening packs, even if you're not super interested in the outcome and you're just trying to support a YouTuber you like watching. Let's see, Natalie. I used to get crazy donations back in the day. You know, Mary, is Mary still here? Mary once gave me a $100 donation on the TheCardconomist channel a long time ago. You guys don't know that. So, Nicholas, I think I'm making you a fresh baggie. Your last name reminds me of the bishop's name in St. Louis, Missouri, Burke. Here we go. Super conservative bishop. He didn't like Pope Francis. He probably doesn't like the new Pope either. Okay. All right. Very good. Mister, you got the battle decks. Nice. Hey, what's up, Mr. Troy? Troy, I'm sorry I wasn't there for the nighttime stream, man. I'm glad you're able to check in right now. What's your day like right now? Are you off work? Is that how it works? Let's see, it's 11:22. We started at 9. We are 1.5 hours in. I have family there, probably not related though, in St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri is okay. It's definitely a place. Gabriel Hernandez, he says, take my $40 store credit and open up a Japanese start deck. Oh, that's right, Javier, you actually have $40 left, man. You can actually do another thing. So that is what's crazy about your order, Javier. You can also do another thing. So, Gabriel, we're going to open this start deck. You guys ready? So you get a chance to take a look at this. It is it's like a pricey booster pack, ultimately, isn't it? It's like a pricey booster pack that has a chance at some rare alternative arts. But we have not seen that before. So people here don't have that confidence yet. They don't know what they stand to gain opening these pricey starter decks. It's Josh. Switched my username. Mr. in the AM, WTF. King Polyrath says, wait, has Upchurch been back in here? Ryan Upchurch? No. That was a long time ago. That was like, okay, here we go. What do we got? What do we got? So I think ooh, that's actually pretty cool. An EX of Sprigatito, is that right? And then behind it, we have this very interesting looking Espeon. No hollow on it. It's so strange looking. Okay, we got some... Ooh, that looks cool. Bahiums. Oricorios. Oh! All right, so Believe it or not, I don't know if this artwork is exclusive to this set, but if it was, I would consider grading these Eevees. Yeah, these Eevees might be a solid thing. A non-holo card being graded, you'd be surprised. You know, if you could grade those 10 and sell them for just about a $15 profit each, that almost pays for the deck, right? Deck number 20. I haven't been around in forever, bro. Holy hell. Nice, Troy. That's awesome, bro. Work's still going good. Okay, we're going to put this here. We're glad that you're hanging out. Is it because of the morning stream? We're doing this strange morning stream. And so far, it's not been bad. Good to see you. We are. You know, it's weird. I still feel sleepy. My body can tell I should normally be asleep in these hours. Here it is. But I got a full night's rest already. I slept for like a full, I think about 7 hours or something. I just saw you on at this hour and decided to pop in and see what's happening. Yeah, it's a weird time, isn't it? Here it is. We're normally live 2 times, once in the daytime and once extremely late at night, like 1:30 a.m., and that runs till 5:30 a.m. But we're just experimenting with maybe a slightly different schedule. And by slightly different, I mean monumentally different. I like these Eevees. All right, that's for you, Mr. Gabriel. Okay. Miss Alexandra says it's 6 p.m. for me. So you're still able to kind of hang out a little bit, I think. That's good. I think Cactuar Queen might have more trouble hanging out because I think this is pretty late for Australia. But the daytime stream, I think she should be able to hang out in the daytime stream. So I'm trying to see how it shifts around for everybody. To see how viable it is. Joshua Whipple's saying it's not a good time for him, and he was kind of a big customer. Here it is. All right. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. I think it's pretty late for CS Men as well. I'm at work. Shh, don't tell the boss. I'm telling. Boss, he's playing. He's watching YouTube. Is that what the menu is now? You have a website? We have a website, but you can also still order the old way. It's up to you what you prefer. So there's 2 options. The old website. This is super expired now. Gargoyle. I wonder what happened to that guy. Mr. Gabriel, should we get you a new bag? Get you a new bag. I'm going to at least take some of the hollows out of here. What is this bag made out of anyways? Okay. Okay. So this bag appears to have some older cards in it. I don't know. All right. New bag. Are you streaming tonight? So I'll be streaming a longer daytime stream, but tonight at 1:30 a.m. in the morning, I'm probably going to bed. And we're just going to experiment with this for a couple days, probably. We are. See how it goes. Because I'm thinking long term, okay, guys? So here's the deal. I'm thinking long term. Long term, I think I ought to have a stream schedule that just includes me being able to go outside on the weekends in the wintertime, you know? Maybe if I moved to like New York, I'm sorry, not New York, Florida, where it's hot all year long, it won't matter. But here in Missouri, having 0 sunlight all winter long because of my stream schedule is not great. I told you guys this. I went to the doctor for a usual checkup, and they noticed I had like no vitamin D. I had like this critically low vitamin D level, and they're like, oh. So they immediately prescribed me vitamin D, and they're like, how much do you go outside? I was like, almost not at all in the winter. And I explained to them it's because I get up at 4 p.m. That's when I wake up. I wake up at 3 or 4 p.m., but then I immediately go live. And I'm not done with the live till like 7, and it's pitch black outside. And that's every single day of the week. Even on the weekend, I wake up at 4 p.m. So Karis has been awake since 8 a.m. on the weekend. She just sits there doing nothing, totally alone, nothing to do, very lonely. And then I wake up finally at like 3 or 4 p.m. and we get like 1 or 2 hours of daylight before the sun's down. And that's only on the weekend. And that's if we go out right away. We don't hang out indoors. So it's just a very bad lifestyle. Like it's quite unhealthy. And a couple recent events have got me trying out a different schedule. Earth just passed the December solstice. Nice. So that, I think that means the daytimes are going to get longer now, right? Slowly. Ivan Rodriguez. So he's sending in for the Hitmonchan. Ooh. That's an actual vintage card. That's pretty cool. Okay. Troy needs that D, vitamin D. I need vitamin D. I take vitamin D supplements after the doctor discovered I have like 0 vitamin D in my body. Mark J. Valerian says, would it be possible that I may give one of my Altart Destined Rival stamped Moltres to Mr. Ivan? The Altarts. I can do that if you wanted to do that. You scare me, Mark. The generosity level is so high, it's scary. We are? All right, so, but I kind of understand it. So this is going to go to Mr. Ivan. So this is a gift. And it's going to say, from Mark J. Valerian to Ivan. All right. So this will be easy to know who it's from because we're going to put it in your bag. Okay, is he watching? Does he know about this? Karis, you can't be watching the stream, okay, Karis? There we go. She got to make it hard for me to flirt if she's watching me the whole time. Let's jump over here. Ugh. Let's see. Here's Ivan Chiquito. I don't remember. Do we need to get you a new bag? It's probably in there laughing. Did forget to do the V test to make sure it's V and not other stuff. Okay, guy. Bye, bye, bye. Let me put this over here. Ugh. Let's see. Isaac, Imran, Israel. I can't remember. Did we get you your own bag or your own box or something like that? Or did you need a... Oh, maybe you shipped recently. That's what it is. You shipped recently. So let me do this. We are. I'm trying to riz. We'll grab this. Okay. She's not far from here. I could pick up the camera and just walk into the other room and she'd be over there. We both work from home. There it is. All right. You can use the slab. I don't have a bag. Ta-da! I know what you're saying. Yeah, okay. You normally just buy slabs anyways. Let's do it. Let's do that. Like this. Kind of a tight squeeze. So that's 2 gifts. There we go. All right. What a nice group. We have a very nice group. Did I write down everybody in the donations? Did Mr. Shahir get in here? We got to put Mr. Shahir in here. 16. Shahir. Ali. 35. And, oh, Mark's already on this list. So, Mark, I'm going to add 40 to your pre-existing. 885. Wow, you're nuts, dude. 885. That's not sustainable. All right. What do we got? Zachary Stex. He says, let me try one of those starter decks. Here you go, Mr. Zach. Good luck, Zach. Zach, what do you think of this morning stream? Pretty bizarre, huh? Some people mention that it aligns with their lunchtime. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Mister, you have wonderfully shaped fingers. I suppose. Right. All right, you ready? Let's see. Very good. Ooh. All right. Why, thank you for noticing. Working from home, is it nice, or do you miss the human interactions? Well, probably miss the human interactions a little bit. I mean, it's nice in a certain way. We are. Let's see. Like, you don't have... Oh, look at that Pikachu. Pikachu's Ekrom in this round. You don't have to shower as often. Let's see. Oh, Electros. Oh, Belly Bolt. Popping these here. The Zapdoses are nice. All right, so you got some Zapdoses there, and then a whole bunch of these. And this says deck number 27. There we go. He got the Blanche Diglett fingers. Can you send my tracking number for Mr. Efrain Yanez? Yes. Could you send me an email asking for that, maybe? An email that you will send here. You didn't get the tracking number automatically? TheCardconomist@gmail.com. Okay, let's leave these up. You got Pikachu and Zekrom. Pikachu is never a bad card. There it is. And he is a strange card. I mean, these cards feel really unique. The fact that they're not shiny is so strange. And then out of here, out of your commons, let's see. So the Zapdos is cool, and you only got one of the Zapdoses. Belly Bolt's okay. Here it is. Huh. It engages the prefrontal cortex. I guess I have a declining prefrontal cortex. I'm going to have to Pokegoon. There we go. Quick, rob a store or something. No prefrontal cortex here. Thunderous. So if we use PayPal like the old way, how often do you check it? Or do we order and just tell you in chat? I check it very frequently. So all of the, think of it like this. We've got credit card orders, we got website orders, we got PayPal orders, we got ZELLE, we got Wise, we got Venmo, we got CASHAPP. The way this is kind of working is they all get consolidated into 3 email lines, and I check all of them, like constantly. Like every time you see me stop to look at the queue, I'm actually checking all of those. It is very nice. And especially I check them frequently when we're purchasing items that are very sensitive to the purchase order. So if you're opening something where everyone's chasing the exact same item, I check that so carefully, like down to the second. There we go. Why are you live in the morning? I don't know. All right, let's hand out some spots in this. Mr. Ivan also did a giveaway. Jason Edward Sport Cards. We're going to put you down as Jason Edward. Oops. Jason Edwards. That's really hard to read, actually. Troy Malice. Jack Woodworth. Here you go, Jack. Okay. Number 8 on the back shall be Nick B. Nick B. All right. Good. So that's the giveaway. It's one of these start decks brought to you by Mr. Ivan Rodriguez. Package delivery date rescheduled. Okay. Delivery on Wednesday. So now we have an order from. We're hitting refresh over here. Any crazy hits from the start decks yet? Don't forget Alexis. You would like Alexis on there? I place Alexis on there. She has not pulled any of these giveaways in a long time, and she works pretty hard, by the way. So that's Miss Alexis. She's spot number 9. There we go. I'm going to have to give her a Pokemon card for Christmas or something. We have an order from Ben Garcia, and he says he'd like 12 of the OP14s and 1 of the new pricier OP6s. Ooh, okay. OP6 and 12 of the OP14s, which continue to sell at a rapid price. OP14 is $3.50. We have like 3 cases of it. I'd love to see something hot come out of there. She doing really good now. Well, I guess Alexis has been with us for a full 2 years almost. And yeah, I'd say she's doing well. Her handsome husband has been promoted, and he earns a little bit of money, and they're buying a little house together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She's pretty chill. I like the arrangement we have. Very nice. She doesn't do card encapsulation like John did, so we don't do TCC grading right now. But that's okay. We have a contract with Tag Grading, so we do a lot of grading with Tag now. So I have a contract with Tag, and they told me that they give us priority when they're doing their gradings. And so we might get back into TCC grading in the future, dust it off and get it back to tip-top shape. But to get that truly working, I'd have to hire a new guy, and maybe I'm dragging my feet on that a little bit. I'm not super excited to invite another person into our home because we're so comfortable. Alexis does a good job with the shipping, and it's a nice, comfortable arrangement. Here it is. But yeah, that's what I would need to do. I'd need to hire a new guy. He'd have to do a great job and enjoy encapsulating. We have the machine. We have the empty cases. We have the labels. We got everything we need to get it back to running again. Here we are. And you trust her. Yeah, so far. She actually does a better job with the shipping anyways. So on average, John would make a certain number of mistakes per 1,000 shipments. And her number is really, really, really low. She makes very few mistakes, actually. Here we are. Let's see. Very nice. For the Ultra Collection box, it comes with the promo Golden Charizard. How likely is it that you can get a PSA 10? I don't know. Here we go. Okay. Karis is a lot more comfortable with Alexis being in the home. It is. It's like when your home kind of turns into a workspace instead of being a home, it's nicer when that person coming into the space is a pretty, like, relaxing kind of person, you know what I mean? Here we go. Ooh. Very nice. You can get a Mega Zipguard in Nihil Zero. Wait, I want a Zipguard. Here's a holo. So you pull Luffy. Good job on the Luffy pull. Here's your OP6. What do we got? Haha, Hody Jones. Oops, I mean Zygarde. You can't mean Zygarde. I almost forgot about that. Ha ha ha. All that matters is Quipart being comfortable in her own home. Yeah. There we go. Okay. We'll toss this over here. Mr. Ben. Ooh. Let's see. Ben's going to be in the B boxes. And that's Bridget. That's Bryson. Wait, we don't need a new bag for you, right? Didn't we just have a bag for you? Bill, Beatrice. Did we just ship you, Ben? You know what they say, happy husband, happy life. That's right. You better keep your husband happy. Here's Blake. Here's Brandel. Here's Bryce. You know what they say. Why buy the milk? Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Toss this over here. That's horrible, by the way, right? I would never use that term cow. Okay, popping that in there. Cruel and unusual. Fresh bag. Did my order go in twice for the Gengar? Come in last night. Ooh, Mr. Eli, could you help me out with that, Mr. Eli? Tell me what you're talking about here. Let's find out what he's talking about. To go in twice for the Gengar. That sounds like you're talking about Legendary Collection Gengar. What's this? Here's the order last night where you ordered shipping. You had Mega Dream. Let me go in a little bit further back. You have another order. That's just some One Piece. I don't see any other orders. So it looks like last night we got 2 orders from you. What's this one? Ah, 2 spots for Gengar number 11. Ordered 16 hours ago. Okay, perfect. Maybe you did that like for the nighttime stream. Okay, give me a second here, Mr. Ben. I see what you're talking about now. Number 11. You got it. Sorry about that, man. I should have done that. I would have loved to have done that, actually. Now we get to see this Gengar tick up to 10 out of 17, everybody. Okay, submitted a custom order. Here it is. You're going right in there, Mr. Ben. Guys, see that? This Gengar ticks up to 10 out of 17. Okay, he's getting closer. All right. We're going to say Gengar. Very good. All right, so he's 10 out of 17 now. That makes him closer to finishing than the Blastoise, the Sealed-Off Blastoise. Cool. All right, let's see, refresh over here. How do you get so many energy cards? I've got billions of them, really. They come out of the ETB boxes, right, Mr. Pedrick? All these ETB boxes where we are opening them for whatever's inside of them, maybe like prismatic. But I don't ship out the energy cards when you buy an ETB. I keep them. And then we just use them like trash pieces of paper, basically. So, throwaways. I'm placing an order on your site right now, about to check out. There's no spot to write a memo, so I need a new bag, please. Thank you. No problem, man. We'll get you a new bag. Hey, there's that Mewtwo. Who wanted the Mewtwo? There is the Mewtwo. Lovely. Very nice. Who was it that wanted this nice Mewtwo? Let's grab this. Great, the energy cards, they're worth something if they're old enough. That's a nice Mewtwo. I really want that card. How do you get so many energy cards? Okay, I already answered all those questions. Let's go ahead and price this guy up. He's pretty cool. This guy could be a break easily. He could also go into the live customs. You know, we got to get a replacement for that Blastoise now, so that's on my mind. I get a nice $400 card in there. Mewtwo level X. Level X, what's his number? 006? I think it was Rockstar Mahi. No, it wasn't. So... this one's going to be about $340. He really could replace the Blastoise, I suppose. I'll give him a chance to sell first. That says 340 on it. That's probably the biggest card for the return. Bought that a long time ago, by the way. Bought that a long time ago. The English set will be called Perfect Order for the Zygarde. Nice. Here's an order from Josh. Cancel 2 BGS cards and ship out the bags. Okay, Mr. Josh. Ugh. Let's see. Here's 1. Here's 2. And we'll pull this up here. Give me a minute. Okay. We're going to lower this and increase this. Oops. Oops. I don't know why the software is so opposed to this. He got it on a reroll to Patrick. Who got the Blastoise? The English set will be called Perfect Order. So while this is loading, I think I should go looking for some BGS submissions real fast. But I believe they're in the other room. But I imagine you'll want these to actually go out with this shipment. Give me a minute here. God, these are so annoying. All right, there we go. Ugh. Oh, they're right here. That's easy. Perfect. Good game, bro. Who's good game, bro? All right. Let's grab 2 top loaders. 1, 2. There's a piece of plastic in there. We're going to use this one. Your item has been shipped for authentication. So I'm going to retract these nice and careful. 1. Just saw the end of checkout on your website. There was a box to make a comment. I thought there might be. Here it is. I thought there might be an option for that. There we go. Okay, and I guess I'll leave these over here. Maybe I'll use them for something else. All right, so we got these nice little guys. We'll place them here in the hitbox. I was chasing that Blastoise for a while, says Mr. Patrick. I'm sorry, man. Well, we get to pick another card now. That's the good news. So another card will go in there. We are. We'll try to find something real nice. And now let's go ahead and change this to say 7 by 4. Oops, 7 by 4 by 4. Okay. And we'll increase the weight. I haven't been around for like a year now. All this new stuff you got going on is baffling me. I know. Well, we've been busy as ever. Did you know, Mr. Josh, this is, I'll have $80 credit. Oh, yes. Let me write that for you. We have been running for 7 years now. 7 long years. I think that's a special thing. Here it is. 7 years. There's always something going on. Sometimes we have something real special going on. There it is. Okay. And let me hit print on this. All right. We'll pop this label in here. Who is next? We have an order from Alexandra. Grading one of my Holo Carnival Lights to PSA. It's Metazoo Hello Kitty. One of my Metazoo cards of your choosing to tag. Pretend those are your cards. You're really funny. All right, you ready? So, I want you to pick it like it was your cards. Like it was your children's cards. All right. Where do we put you? We put you in a red box. That's what we did. Ugh. We got baggie number 1. We got baggie number 2. Lots of Metazoos in here. Miss Alexandra has been enjoying the Metazoos. And then we got baggie number 3 over here. We got a couple Alexandra baggies going on here. Let's take a quick look at these. I don't know what's in here. All right, so now I know what those are. Sun Wukong. One of the Metazoo cards of my choosing, huh? You got this cool Sun Wukong. That's kind of neat. Got some Star Wars cards back there. And then you wanted the Carnival Lights. Kuromi's pretty solid. Kuromi. Okay, nothing in baggie number 1. I'll be sending a couple of my Fortnite cards to grade probably tomorrow. Yeah, we just got that Charizard from a gentleman in the Netherlands, and he's having me send it to tag grading. That's the second time he's having me do that because I got it graded for him. And then last time I graded some cards for him from his personal collection, and then I sent it back. It was a really nice thing. Okay, let's see. Another Kuromi. Okay, I'm curious. Why didn't we run into the thing you wanted? Did we put it in a top loader? What's going on with it? Is it the My Melody card? Some of those tag slabs last night looked so clean. I know. They look extremely clean. Were we already prepping it to grade? Is that what it is, Miss Alexandra? If you skipped over the Carnival Lights, I skipped over it. I probably did. What does it look like? Maybe I thought it was a different looking card. I see my tracking now, but it's just my label that's been created. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. That's how it should be. Oh, here it is, Carnival Lights. So you want one of these shipped. Oh, okay. We can do that if you want. Such a specific card. So if you were my bestie, let's say you and I were best friends, like we went walking, we got ice, we got gelato. If we were besties, I probably wouldn't grade this at all. Carnival Lights doesn't prominently feature Kuromi. So people are buying this for the Kuromi and the My Melody. Now, if I recall, you had a My Melody card that was kind of rare. You might already be sending that one out, though. Is that right? Give me a second. Are you already sending that one out? Let me see what I can find. If you are my bestie, well, I'm trying to go fishing on your pier. That's right. There you go. Not everybody should go fishing on that pier, just some people. There it is. All right, so you're not already in here. I thought you pulled a My Melody card that was considered rare, right? Didn't that happen? I swear it happened. Where did that card go? That would be my #1 priority, is the one that's the rarest would get graded first. The second one would be the best looking. I would pick out the best looking Kuromi card that looked like it could grade 10. Is it this one? It's that one right there. That would be my top priority. Whereas Carnival Lights is sort of like a place. It's kind of like an area card. And I know that those don't do well. Even if it did get a 10, it would not, no one would demand it. They wouldn't be like, hey, I got to have Carnival Lights. But what they would say is, hey, I got to have that My Melody card. Here we are. So here's the My Melody. So that would be my top choice to take a look at even. And then I like this one too. That one's really interesting. You know, I don't run into this one very often either. This one feels more rare. So these would be my 2 top choices. It's a Where's Kuromi? They never were graded. I just like the Carnival Lights. All right, no problem. We can still send it out. Here we are. So let me just grab this. And we'll pop this in here. And this goes to PSA, Carnival Lights. Okay. Then we can go home and open the window in January and let the cold air in after a 2-hour walk. Very nice. And we'll have P. There it goes. I think that's the reverse hollow. Oh, I see. Just give me a second here. I might not have recognized that myself. Oh, you're right. They're very slightly different from each other, aren't they? Look at that, guys. It's subtle. All right. No problem. That is a subtle one. Let's get the main hollow. All right. Good. Very nice. So that's taken care of. Now, we're just going to pick between these two to send a tag. And the It's tough. I don't want to pre-grade every one of your cards, but let's just see real fast. Ow, my arm hurting there. Sometimes I brush my arm against the table really hard while I'm working. Did you know that? Ooh, that one's really cute. You know, it looks like it's going to be this one, actually. So we're going to send this Melody out to tag. Just go with your gut feeling. Go with my guts. We're going to go to the butcher and have some Liba Casa. Casa? Alexandra, Nor. Okay. T for tag. There it goes. Very nice. Ooh. All right, that's taken care of. So now you got a couple items grading. You're going to have a pretty big return. You must be excited for that. I bet you the tag graded one comes back way faster than the PSA ones. The PSA ones will take literally months. Tag might take up to 2 months. Does someone say we're going to eat some tepig? Don't use your guts, use your eyes. I have to remember to set an alarm to clock out for work. The daytime stream was my alarm. Was it? Here we are. Boy, the screen really turned blue from all these red cards. I hate that the iPhone does that. I wish it didn't do that. It's trying to balance the colors. We don't want it to do that. We just want the same color. All right, perfect. That was a big order, and it's all done. Very good. And how about this? We have a Mr. Mark. He says, hey, mister, not sure if you did it yet, but you may keep my 2 tag Metazoo slabs and give away the Mothman slab. Also, Mothman is real. We got these cards here, Mr. Mark, waiting to be handed out. And we began a Mark giveaway on one of them, but then we started moving over to a different Mark giveaway on the Moltres. And now we've just got a bunch of Mark things to give away. Gee willikers. That was one gangster order. All right, it's officially about 12, so this would be the time I'd like to wrap up if we were to do a morning stream consistently. Give me your feedback on the morning stream. What did you guys think about it? We have Josh Perea. Josh says, 10 of the Korean Inferno X. I think what's interesting about it, I think the stream could be a little less accessible for some. Interestingly, it might be much more accessible for others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So obviously, some people will not like the change too much, but I'm going to give it an experimental try for more than 1 day. All right, here we go. I like it, but it's going to take some getting used to. I vibe with the morning stream. Shahir says he loves the morning stream. Mister, did you sell the SpongeBob tag card? Not yet. Did you see those? Did you guys see those Magic the Gathering SpongeBob cards I got? Those are so good looking. There we go. 1 and a 2. So this is a 2-hour stream window now. We completed 2 hours. If we had started at 9 a.m. like I wanted to, we could have done 3 hours, I think. We are. All right. Okay, we've got a little Pommy. We've got a little... You want this little card? We got a little Bugs Bunny. We got a holo. No, a common, I should say. This is a holo. We're looking for hits. We're looking for Charizard. Here's Suicune. That's nice. Cold. Show us those SpongeBob after this. The SpongeBobs! SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. Here's Wigglytuff. What do you think of this time period, Mr. Mike Side? I mean, the views weren't drastically lower. Then again, it might have been a lot of people popping in to see what this was all about. Right now, we have just 46 viewers. It is. Ooh. So, I don't know. Oh, Megalopunny. Considering this was just 1 day of trying this, it wasn't that bad. Imagine we did this consistently for 1 or 2 years. So, this is for Josh. Mr. Josh, he's back. He probably needs a new bag. New bag, please. All right, here it is. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Josh Perea, everybody. He's opening up some of them Korean Pokemons. Josh, you didn't want to go crazy deep and open up one of these Starter Decks 100? Josh Perea, 12.25. Glad to be back. I was never a fan of those SpongeBob cards till I seen them in the tag cases. They're pretty nice. Yeah, they're buried somewhere. I don't know where they're at exactly. You're going to have to wait for me to price up more of these slabs, and they'll be uncovered as I continue to work. So they're somewhere in the pile. I don't like to touch the slabs too much, to be honest with you. You see, if I keep picking them up and putting them down and picking them up and putting them down, I get my fingerprints on them. So I like to just pick them up one time and put them in a sleeve. So that's one of the reasons why once they're stacked, ready to be priced to the side, I kind of just, I don't go through them too much after that. Okay, well, I think we are good. I think we are all set up, everybody. That's it. That's going to be the end of the morning stream. Thank you so much, guys. Let's hand out another spot. So we'll probably wrap this up, this thing right here, in the daytime. This is Beatrice, isn't it? Beowulf? That's Beatrice, right? Here it is. Number 10. So we got 10 more spots to hand out. Mr. I'm getting ready to go in the house now. Thank you, everyone, for the gifts and bring joy to me. You have a nice day, Mr. Ivan. You're going to get through all this. It'll be all right. Yeah, you just, after such a difficult thing, you got to grieve for a while. It's part of the process, all right? All right, guys. Have a nice day. I'll see you for the daytime stream. How strange. Things are changing. Things are always changing. See you later, everybody.